What's up, everybody? Maddie with Brass Tacks here. Oh, man. Guys. I want to talk to you guys about a Dunhill blend today that won't be around forever. Because Dunhill's not going to be around forever. I picked up recently 4 ounces, because I knew I was going to like it, but just from smelling it, of Dunhill My Mixture 965. I think I'm cursed when it comes to pipe smoking sometimes. I want you guys to tell me, because everything I love goes away. I learned to love Virginias and Perique, and then I find McClellan, and I find a love for it, and I smoke it all the time. Lo and behold, McClellan goes away. Then I try Frogmorton Cellar. I didn't even know it was a part of McClellan's line, and it kind of introduced me to a lot of Kia, and lo and behold, it goes away. Now, my local pipe shop has a ton of bulk Dunhill 965, and I watched some reviews on it and was like, man, that's something I might be into. I get some. Damn it! I freaking love it. It's frustrating. So, Dunhill My Mixture 965 is a English blend done by the Scandinavian Tobacco Company, licensed through Dunhill. It's got Perique, a little bit of Orientals, not Perique, a lot of Kia, some Orientals, Virginia, and then it has brown Cavendish in it. And I taste it. It's sweet. It's not sweet like as an artificial sweetener, like an aromatic sweet. It's sweet like as in if you've ever had Pirate Cake, which is like really strong Latakia, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Sometimes pipe tobacco, and it could be the Virginias I'm tasting too, I'm not an expert, but when I say sweet, I mean not that like confectioner sweet, more like plum, like fermented fruit, kind of sweet. You gotta experience to understand it. And the guy at the tobacco shop gave me a killer deal, guys. So, and if you guys are wondering why I'm smoking in the house, the wife's in Georgia, and I'm totally breaking the rules right now. Hashtag, I'll get caught and get busted, but whatever. So this was bulk. I got a really good deal on it. They only charged me like $4.25 an ounce for this stuff, which is cool because it's going away. So I can get 4 ounces of it, and then in like a week or two, I'll go get like a pound of it and just stock up on it. And then like if any of my buddies like it at my pipe club I go to, I'll just give it to them. Something that happens with bulk tobacco at tobacco shops has happened with this. I'm not going to say it's the blend's fault. It came a little dry. It's a nice ribbon cut. And it's not like too dry to smoke, but this thing is going to get a humidification disc in it because it's not where I want it to be. I like tobacco to be a little bit on the dry side. I hate tobacco that's like super wet. I can handle like normal tobacco that comes out of tins usually, but something I like about bulk sometimes is it's set there longer. So it's set in like bigger jars, so there's more oxygen in there, and it's had time to age better, but it also has had time to dry out a little bit because there's more oxygen in those jars. And those jars, you see at pipe shops, aren't like super airtight either. But this is just a little too dry. I'm smoking this out of a Missouri Meerschaum. I've had this pipe for a while now. I don't. I just. It's like I have a Missouri Meerschaum dedicated to every kind of style of tobacco, and I also have a Briar dedicated to every style of tobacco. So it depends on what I'm feeling. A lot of times when I first try out a pipe blend, it's not because I'm afraid of ghosting a pipe that I'm not going to like it. I truly enjoy smoking corncob pipes, and a lot of times I try it out of a corncob first. This corncob didn't have much of a bend in it. This was actually like a straight bit pipe when I first got it, and I actually put a little bend on it. I really like it. I've smoked several bowls out of it. This thing's holding up really well. This bowl's almost done, and it went by quick. Again, that's another like problem with it being so dry, is it smokes a little too fast. Ah, man, it's so good. Like God, I'm so sad that it's going away. So I called smokingpipes.com up, and I was like, I don't know if you've ever called their hotline number or to order anything. Nicest freaking people you'll ever talk to. I recommend smokingpipes.com to literally anyone that asks me. If you don't have a local pipe shop, just use Smoking Pipes. They'll always take care of you. Pipes and cigars and smoking pipes are the only two online retailers I use. But I called Smoking Pipes, and I was like, hey, give me like a legit estimation on how long I can get done. Just give it to me straight. And I was kind of expecting like a BS answer maybe, but the guy was honest with me. He said, "Dunhill's done. If you want it, get it. But at the time of this video, it's still very available. Like we have a lot of it, so don't like panic. Because I'm telling you guys, and this is why I think I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I think there's like a conspiracy behind the McClellans going out of business. They knew it. They knew they were going out of business before they let us know, like way in advance. Because Dunhill's been talking shit for a year about, oh, it's not going to be available. Oh, it's not going to be available. But they prepared for it, and they had so much backstock, and they're going to make money on their tobacco for a year or two after they quit making it. Like as of right now, they're not making any more tobacco, and they're still making money off of it because they financially prepared for it. They knew they were going to quit, or maybe they thought they could keep going. Is what I'm saying. I want to know your opinion. McClellan just totally freaking they stopped making it, and then they told us they were going to quit. They didn't have a stockpile, and that's why it ran out. Dunhill's just as popular as McClellan, and it's like, um, it's done. You guys just hang with me until I'm done with this bowl. Talk more shit stuff. Excuse me. So, wife's coming back home tonight. I gotta pick her up at 10:30. We're going to Sedona. I think I'm gonna put a vlog on both my channel and her channel, so I can update you guys on what's going on in our lives. Our son is in Georgia. Job change is still happening. If you watch my walk and talk. Um, what do you guys think about how McClellan left? Like, everyone was all happy about it and thought it was cool and everything, and I'm like the only one on the sideline in the back of my head thinking, and I mentioned this at Pipe Night with my friends a couple weeks ago, the way they left kind of put a sour taste in my mouth. Because this is a part of my like conspiracy. Again, I am not an insider. I have no inside input on anything, and this doesn't matter anyways. They've made amazing tobacco, and apparently the owners were really cool people. I'll say that first. So I'm not like talking crap in a bad way towards them. I'm just saying this is the only thing I wish they did different. They're old. They wanted to retire. This is what I think happened. They wanted to get out of the pipe tobacco game. They wanted to do their own thing. They wanted to retire. Apparently, McClellan was not some 500 employee entity, you know? And they said that the reason why they were getting out, from every source I heard, Stuff and Things, the Country Squire, Pipes Magazine, all these big, not brass tacks, but all these big YouTube and podcast entities all said the reason why they're leaving is because they can't find the red Virginia they need. I don't think that's what happened. I think they just wanted to retire. I don't know why they just didn't tell people, let's retire. We're 80 something years old or 70 something years old. Because what that does is it puts like an elitism on their product and makes all the other products not look as good. So if they're totally quitting business because they can't get red Virginias, then is the red Virginia that Cornell and Dill using complete crap? That's what I think when I hear that. Like, why are they not out of business? Why are they using subpar products? Because they're not. Cornell and Dill has amazing red Virginia. I've had it. And a lot of their stuff. But because McClellan's didn't want to put the image out there that they just wanted to give up, which is fine. They said that the product was inferior. And that makes everyone else look like they're using an inferior product. That's the only thing. That's the way I looked at it. I even called Smoking Pipes after I heard about McClellan's, and I was like, "Hey, just let me know. Like, is this going to change other pipe manufacturers?" And they're like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Well, Cornell and Dill has a lot of red Virginia stuff that I like, and so does Sutliff. Like, am I going to start losing that stuff? Like, is it going to go away? Am I not going to be able to get my Virginias? Because as you guys know, I love Virginia Periques, and I would hate to see that. And a lot of my blends I buy has red Virginias in it." And Smoking Pipes was like, "No, man, like, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with the red Virginias." So that was just weird to me. Like, write in the comments what you guys think. Like, do you think that there was just time for them to give up? Which is fine, again. Or do you think it was that they really couldn't find a good product? I'm sure it was a little bit of both. But, I don't know. Makes me question other manufacturers now, other blenders. Well, why are they using a crappy product if McClellan was the only one that, didn't use a crappy product? One last thing before I leave. Join a pipe club. Gun guys are assholes. That's like a YouTube video I'm going to make soon because I'm a part of the gun community as well, locally too, where I live. And it's all whoever spends the most money has the coolest thing. That's who's the coolest. At Pipe Night, it's not like that at all, guys. Like, I go to the old pipe shop every other Thursday. They have it every Thursday, but because of my life, I go every other Thursday with my friend Joseph, who you guys have seen on this channel. And it's like weird, man. I'm not used to guys so nice, so like gentleman-like and friendly because I've been in the firearms community for so long. I go to Pipe Night, and a dude that I don't even know, maybe I know his name, I met him once, has his tobacco right here. And he's sitting there smoking it, and we're just, all conversating, all having great conversations. We've talked about politics, religion, blah, 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 blah. And I look over at him, and I'm like, "Hey, man," with no expectations of him sharing. Zero. I'm just curious. It looks interesting, and I'm like, "Yo, John, what are you smoking over there?" And every time, there's like 14 to 20 guys, and every time they're like, "Oh, man, I'm smoking this, blah, 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 boom, boom, try some." Just totally wanting to share the experience of pipe smoking. And I'm not sure if all pipe clubs are like that. Like, leave a comment at the bottom telling me how your local pipe club is. But it's just wild how, like, friendly people are in the pipe community. Instagram, same thing. I post a picture. People are like, "Man, that's awesome. Man, that looks cool." I do the same thing. I go to just hashtag pipe smoking and just like pictures because they're awesome. And it's just crazy how nice our guys are at my pipe club, man. Like, they're all so nice. And I met this guy named Gary. like months and months and months ago, and he's the one that kind of got me going. Shout out to Gary if he watches my videos. I know maybe some of the pipe guys there do. And I was blown away because like I think of like personal possessions as your stuff, and I think of pipes as almost like a super personal possession. I only own maybe like 10 or 11 pipes, and I only take one or two to pipe night. Gary, man, he takes like 30 pipes, and um, he had what was it? It was Stonehaven. Is that a GL piece blend? But it was like a nice flake Virginia. I think it had some burley in it. And this, I was just sitting there, and he's like, "Hey Matthew, do you want to try this?" And I was just going to the shop not for pipe night, just to get some. This was before. This is what got me going. So I went there, and I was like, going to buy my bulk tobacco or a tin. I don't remember. And I talked to Gary, and Gary was like, "Oh, you like Virginia Periques, and you like Virginias and Burleys and stuff. Like, why don't you try Stone Edge Flake?" And I was like, "Yeah, man. Like, I would, but I don't have my own pipe. Like, I didn't bring one with me, which is a shame, man. I've learned to always have a corn cob in the car or something." And he was like, "Oh no, like, um, please take this briar pipe and try it if you would like." And I was like, I had a cold, a little bit, like getting over a cold, and I didn't want to get Gary sick. So I looked at Gary and I was like, "Gary, man, like, to be honest with you, I have a cold. Like, you don't want my lips on your pipe." And he was like, "I sanitize these. I run alcohol through them. There's no way that your germs are going to hurt me. As soon as you're done using it, I'm going to clean it and sanitize it. Please, you smoke this pipe and try this flake." And I sat there for a second, and it's rude. I'm from the South. It's rude when someone offers you something like that, especially something personal, to say no. And I wanted to. I wanted to try it. So I agreed to try it. And I was smoking this pipe. I'm being so careful not to, like, char the edges. I'm being so careful not to, like, burn the rim. I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't want to tamp it too hard. And then he's talking to me, and he's like, "You know what? This is one of my favorite pipes." And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Yeah, it's like $1,000 custom pipe." And when he handed me that, I was like, "Oh, what the hell am I doing with this in my hand? I've never, that'd be like me handing $1,000 gun at a gun range for some random stranger to shoot, which would never happen. I'm not that friendly, and I don't let random strangers shoot my guns." But hey, sweet girl, I got my dog right here next to me. She's just look at this face. Look at this doggy. Anyways, so he's telling me how like there's like one in the like, and it was like one in a lifetime thing. How he got this pipe and this whole story behind it, and he's just like cool as a cucumber, like letting me smoke it, and it was like the nicest thing ever, and that really put an impression on me, man. Like I sat there for an hour and a half with a stranger that I didn't know, smoked a pipe and made a friend. Then this is turning into something that's not Dunhill Mixture 965. If you like the review of Dunhill Mixture 965, you got it. Okay? Or like my little pre-review for it. Now this is talking about Matthew talking about, his local pipe club. Um so um then I met this guy named Joe. And I've talked about Joe before. He's refinished that Stanwell pipe for me, that freehand. I'm gonna do something nice for him, but he did not spend a penny on me at all. Or I mean, I didn't spend a penny at all to have it done. And it was just really impressive, guys. Like I'm the luckiest man living in Phoenix, Arizona, because it took me so long to find a nice pipe shop. There's shit for shops out here, and finally, it was awesome. I came across Ye Old Pipe Shop. Andrew, the manager slash owner, I think he might be the owner or owner's son. He's like the nicest guy to deal with. Um, there's one grumpy old man there, and I call him Grumpy, and he's always grumpy, and I like him for that. He's not grumpy in a bad way. He's just a grumpy old codger that sits behind the counter. Matthew is like a great guy. If you guys ever meet him, I've dealt with him a few times, and I love giving them my business. Do they have the best prices? I think they really do. I think they try. Like in my last pipe shop suck thing, I think for what they for having an establishment that has power and like nice stuff and a lounge and paying employees, yeah, I think they do have pretty damn good prices. And I will pay an extra dollar or two if I'm in that shop and I smoke in that shop to buy their bulk tobacco, to buy my pipe cleaners there, to buy some pipes there, because they treat me so nice. And I don't know, no one even cares to watch this probably that goes there. But if you're listening out there, because I think Andrew might be actually a subscriber of me, have a training event at your other locations because they're not even remotely close to Yield in like customer service. Yield just blows them out of the water. What are you guys smoking this week? Let me know. This has been one of my longest live streams. I'm glad my wife's coming home. I've missed her a lot. I've been not feeling well and like kind of sitting at home, and I'm kind of feeling better now. And I can't wait to go to Sedona. Look for some kind of vlog there. I'll definitely do maybe some live streaming of some pipe smoking. And I hope everyone has a great time. This is Maddie with Brass Tacks. Keep smoking, stay true to yourselves, and have a great evening. Bye, guys.